fast sports car, and it spun around and hit a sidewalk. It broke the wheel, but it didn't completely total the car. So I got it fixed, and I was good to go. The next crash was, what was the next crash? The next crash
Where you
was,
almost died.
oh, I had a little black sports car again, and um, it was a really foggy day, and there was this car that didn't have its lights on. Uh, it crashed into me because they couldn't see me and I couldn't see them when they should have had their lights on. The third crash was I had a red sports car.
All sport cars, eh?
All sports cars. I never crashed anything with a sports car. But it was raining cats and dogs like crazy, and there was this spot where people would always have accidents. I don't know if, I think water just always pooled there. So I was driving through that area. It was raining like crazy, and I spun around and crashed the car, and it did completely total that car out.
Yep. You heard it here, folks. I shouldn't be alive.
Yes, you should. I was the only one in those crashes.
No, like, did you do it before mom? You got married to mom?
I did. I did it while I was in high school. All of those happened while I was in
Yeah, hear
high
that?
school. Yeah.
You should die.
No, they weren't.
Shouldn't have been here because your car got totaled. Did you say you were coughing off glass?
Oh yeah. On the last crash, I was actually spitting glass out of my mouth after the car stopped. It was a pretty violent crash, but I was okay. I didn't even. Did I? Yeah, I went to the hospital to get checked out, but I was okay.
How are you still alive?
I'm still alive.
Yes, that should have killed you.
No, it shouldn't have.
You totaled a car and you're still alive.
Yep. Still alive, up and kicking, well and fine.
Alright, next question. So, oh yeah, how many chicks have you talked to?
Chicks?
Not counting the ones in the driveways.
Not counting the ones at what?
Not counting the ones at the driveway.
At the driveway?
Yeah, like at fast food restaurants.
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about there. Next question.
Tell us one of the crazy stories about your friends or something. You're old, can't you tell us a story?
About my friends. Let's see. Crazy stories about my friends. Well, here's a crazy story. I had a friend who said he had a girlfriend. It turns out this girlfriend had a boyfriend, and this guy didn't have a car. So when we were in college, when I went to class, I would let him drop me off at class and drive my car because he didn't have a way to get around. Well, one day he came home and he was asleep, and my car keys were on the counter when I got home. No, he came in, and then my other roommate said, "Did Tony tell you what happened to your car?" And I was like, "No, what do you mean? What happened to my car?" And he said, "Well, his girlfriend's boyfriend scratched your car because he thought it was Tony's car." And you know, I was angry, super angry. I went outside and looked at my car, and there was it was a new car. It had a big scratch down the side of it, and they had a long talk with him, and he paid for it because he knew that if he didn't, we were gonna have an issue. That's one of the craziest stories I have about one of my friends.
You have any others?
Trying to think.
You
Yeah, I have one more story. I was riding horses with my friends one time, and like there was this one friend who was always doing crazy stuff, and he was like, "I'm gonna climb this hill on the horse," and it was a hill that was almost straight up, and I was like, we all were like, first of all, you're not gonna make it. Second of all, you shouldn't do that. You're gonna kill yourself. So he
did the impossible.
did it anyway, and when he was almost at the top of the hill, the horse slipped and fell back down the hill, and he and the horse rolled all the way down the hill. His arm was really bloody. The horse's side was bloody, and it was just not the thing to do. So
Have any other crazy stories?
I don't think he did anything else like that.
Any crazy stories in general?
See any other crazy stories?
Come on, you've been around for almost 50 years and you can't find out one.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of another one. I can't think of any more crazy stories right now.
Are you serious?
I am.
Almost 15 years and almost.
I heard one more crazy story.
Oh, okay.
Like, I have a friend who was in a car wreck, and we drive pretty fast sometimes as youngsters.
As old youngsters.
And he was like kind of paranoid. So when we were driving back to college over the weekend, he was like screaming the whole time. Every time we went over a bridge, every time we went over a bridge, every time we went around a curve, he said, "Oh, slow down! Oh, slow down! Oh my God, you gotta kill us!" And it was like he was freaked out from the accident. So that was kind of, it was funny to us. I'm sure it wasn't to him. It's probably mean.
Probably traumatizing.
Yeah, it's probably traumatizing. Those are about all the stories I can think of right now.
But you're an old person. Old people have tons of
I
stories.
am not an old person.
Yes, you are.
I am
You're 49 years old.
not. All right, let's go ahead and wrap this live stream up.
All right, say bye to the viewers.
Bye, viewers.